political shots cast on both sides here.
We're a nation of people that have isolated ourselves politically.
The fact that the nation, I'm just talking about from a political point of view here, is so deeply divided.
My fellow Americans, the worst has come to pass. Despite the sacrifices of our citizens and the might of our armed forces, America has been forced to surrender to her enemy. Though they may occupy our borders, our streets, and our homes, they shall never occupy our spirit. That is why all Americans are called to act, to preserve the memory of the United States clear and bright, untarnished and uncompromised. Know that I have already taken action in the company of family and loved ones. Now all Americans, every man, woman, and child, are called to act before the moment passes. Honor liberty by taking the finest and greatest liberty of all. Take America with you. Let our united resolve echo through history. Even in defeat, we refuse to yield. Even in defeat, we claim victory. And God have mercy on our souls, and God bless America.
America.
Land of the free.
Home of the brave.
We were unstoppable.
Unbeatable.
Undisputed.
Until
this. I've read this message over 100 times. And more questions fill my head. What do I do? Where can I go? I mean, they seriously can't expect us to go through with this, can they? And they...
I don't believe this. Our country turns to shit because the snowflakes couldn't get their way? That's right. If they weren't so busy trying to tear this nation down from the inside, we could have actually stood a chance. While they were bitching about pronouns and safe spaces, we were in the middle of a goddamn national crisis. They were all just too selfish, and now look where we are. Look at what we're driven to. Why couldn't they get it through their heads that we won? We were what this country wanted, and we were what this country needed. We were an army of people whose heads were up their asses, and we were going to make this country great again. I mean, there's no denying it once you take a look at the numbers. I mean, is it really that hard to believe? It's pathetic that none of them could admit that they lost. Did they really think that a stupid march or online petition could really change things? But hey, they could be responsible for something. They could be responsible for the death of this country. Now, what do you expect me to do? You're crazy if you actually think I'm going to kill myself. I mean, I love this country, but come on. This is a fate destined for those who couldn't learn. My family wasn't blind. They knew that they would burn any remaining dignity this country has down. We're going to hide off in a bunker till all of this blows over. But if there's one thing I can say, it's this. It's that we won.
I came to this country from Palestine when I was 6 years old. My parents wanted to live the American dream. My dad wanted to open up his own business, and my mom wanted a place where her kids could go and get an education. But from that point on, my life has been the complete opposite. After 9/11, my family was branded as terrorists. Every time, my parents were followed around by the CIA for 3 months. My dad, every single time he left the office, a car was behind him. My mother, who barely even spoke a sentence of English, was watched inside of her house as she cared for her kids. Imagine being watched in your house. As you open your door, you water your yard, you get the mail. One day, there was a pounding on the door. Little did we know the same exact thing was happening at my dad's office. They flipped both my house and the office upside down to find something, anything to frame us. Frame us for what? For the title of a terrorist? I already got that title by walking outside. They stripped me of my privacy, security, and even feeling like a human. I felt unsafe in my own skin. Hatred and ignorance ruled my life, and now they have the audacity to ask me and die for a country that's done nothing but pain and isolation. And I bet you can guess who's being blamed for this now. Can you? You stripped me of the title of an American the second I came here. I have never and will never be proud to call myself that. So don't ask me to serve my country when all this country's given me is hell.
I just have one question. My father, he served this country 6 years in Vietnam. My grandfather risked his life for the United States in Normandy. And I just finished my second term in Afghanistan. Now, are you supposed to go and tell me that none of that means jack shit anymore? We all fought for the same thing. This country. But now, selfishness is blinding our morals. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what I've been through. I saw my best friend die right in front of me. I saw children as old as 5 years old slaughtered in the streets. I fought for this country. I loved this country, and I was willing to die for this country. Now that we're faced with this, the answer is clear. It's a sign from God, a sign for God for us to achieve glory. And if you don't agree with that, then you can go and tell my grandfather that he died for nothing. You have to realize that there's no other option left. But my wife, she doesn't understand. She says I'm crazy. What's crazy is the fact that she wants to go out there living with an unknown fate. I mean, imprisoned, raped, tortured. I love her more than anything else in the entire world, and I would never want anything to happen to her. She has to realize that there's nothing we can do. So if this is the only option that we have, so be it.
When I was a little girl, I dreamed the same dream as everyone else. White picket fence, great big house, a loving husband, and beautiful children. As I grew up, I saw the world grow darker. I saw that people will do anything to get their point across. I mean, I don't watch the news. I don't read the paper. I don't even vote. I mean, I don't care who's tweeting what or what people are protesting about today. I mean, it doesn't directly affect me, so why should I care? I guess now, if I just gone out, maybe I could have saved these lives. Maybe I would have just fueled this split even more. My husband is so vocal on his opinions. I mean, he's always been that way. That's one of the reasons I fell in love with him. But now, it terrifies me. It terrifies me. He says I'm the one that's crazy, but what's crazy is the fact that he's asking me to take my own life.
Jess.
Hasn't he done enough for this nation?
Jess!
I mean, he can't drag me to my death all because this is what the nation says we must do.
Jessica! Can you just listen to me, please?
Listen to you? I've been listening to you. You sound insane.
I know, but
This
listen.
sounds like a goddamn nightmare.
You have to trust me.
Trust you? You're asking me to take my own life.
Our nation is asking us. Our God is asking us. So you know what? So be it.
Enough of this. You act like you still owe this nation something.
Jess? Look. The president's gone. Has anyone answered your calls? Your mom? Your dad? It's over. Revelation 11:18. The nations were angry, and God will come down and strike for those he seems to rule the nation, and save those and have him achieve glory. This is our judgment day. This is it. This is the end.
No, if you are so passionate and care so much for this, go do it on your own.
Yes.
Just get out.
Yes.
Just let go of me. Get out. Get out. Can't take this anymore.
Yes! I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Trevor, are you insane?
I'm sorry.
Trevor,
Don't try to call anyone. This is the only thing that's going to save us now.
Trevor, it's me.
I love you.
I love you.
You're safe now. We're safe now.